Hey everybody, I'm here with Michael from the Instagram account Hodgepodgedisney. He is the host of the podcast Pin Talk, which you could watch on Instagram. Michael, I'm so happy to be talking to you today.
Oh my gosh, the pleasure's all mine.
I'm going to ask you a few questions tonight. Is that okay?
Fantastic. I'm ready.
So, your podcast Pin Talk, how did that get started?
You know, it just kind of came on a whim, to be honest with you. First and foremost, thank you so much for having me. Like, this is crazy, super nervous, but excited. Oh my gosh. I wanted to do something with this Disney Instagram where I could start connecting to fellow followers. And so seeing that pins are the number one thing that I collect when it comes to Disney, I decided to create the show called Pin Talk, where I'll get different guests on that have more than just pins. So they have like a small pin collection or a large pin collection. They'll still show what they collect. Now it's kind of evolved into bringing artists onto the page so we can showcase their stuff. Because ultimately, man, it's not about me. It's about everybody else. I want everybody that has that passion of growing and being something more to be on Pin Talk.
I'm very interested in pin collecting because I don't do it, but I know a lot of people that do it, and I'm very interested to hear about what sparked your passion for it.
People tell me I'm a bad influence when it comes to pins. I will definitely get you collecting. One way or another, it's gonna happen. And now you're my next target.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it's a fun hobby to get into. To be honest, it's just the whimsy of each pin, you know, falling in love with the characters of Disney, falling in love with how certain animation is made, how intricate these designs are, if it's a flat pin, if it's a pin on pin, if it's interactive. And then you start playing with it and just like looking at them now, they brighten my day.
How did your pin collecting start?
So my wife, Ivy, and I went to the parks we went to Magic Kingdom. Our home park is Walt Disney World in Florida. So we were in Adventureland. I am such a lover of Dole Whips. I'm a Dole Whip connoisseur, Dole Whip daddy, whatever. So we're in Adventureland. We're ordering a Dole Whip, super crowded. We see this one girl pass by and she had a Stitch lollipop pin, and Ivy, my wife, fell in love with it. And so I reached out to the girl and I was like, hey, where'd you get that pin? She's like, oh, I got this a while ago, but you could check A, B, and C location. And we said, okay, fine. While we were getting our Dole Whip, she ended up coming back and she was like, hey, this is for you. And like that magic right there, like blew me away. I'm even getting goosebumps right now just thinking about it. Like it's the sweetest thing. And I think ultimately that's why I love pin collecting, because just giving one simple pin to somebody can change their whole outlook, you know, on the day, or, you know, if you don't know what kind of mood they're in. It's just very, very sentimental when that happens. So that's what really got us started with the pin collecting.
So they gave it to you as a gift, and then the next time you had the opportunity to purchase one, is that when you started buying them?
Yeah, as soon as we got it, from that magic that we received from this stranger who we don't even know, when we were walking around the parks, we started noticing that everybody was holding on to pins. Everybody had like their lanyards or backpacks. And so we went to a couple stores inside Magic Kingdom, and we saw these pins, and then we kind of started going at it. We even now throw our own pin event in Houston for people that live around Texas. So people have drove down from Austin, San Antonio, Dallas, just to hang out and trade pins. It's really fun.
Before your pin obsession started, were you going to Disney World often?
Maybe at least once a year or once every other year. I did not have the pleasure of going to the parks as a kid. My first time was at the age of 25, right? But it's really cool because I've always been a Disney fan. When I went my first time when I was 25, it changed my life. And of course, you know, life happens, so we didn't put Disney in priority. But now, like, we're making it to at least be 2 times a year, sometimes 3. I'm not really too sure what's going on from here, but yeah, it's becoming more active, even more so now that I'm on Instagram with Disney.
Interesting.
It's very motivating. You see so many amazing people and their love for Disney, like Disney's just on your mind 24/7. So like my love for Disney was, this big, but now that I'm in such a positive, amazing community, like my love is turning to an obsession, even more so.
When did you join this community?
Oh, I've joined about 2.5 months ago, maybe 2 months ago. So I'm pretty fresh still. Yeah.
Like
fresh in the game.
So you started going to Disney World as an adult.
Yeah.
I mean, 25, but you started going as an adult. You didn't come into it with the nostalgia factor of being, 4 feet tall,
yeah,
staring up at a giant castle.
Yeah.
Everything is real. You got to come into it as an adult.
Mhm.
So I wonder what the magic is for you there. I mean, I know you love the movies and you love the Disney related things, but what is it about Disney World that leaves such a strong impression for you personally that makes you want to keep coming back and also fill your life with Disney things?
Sure. Yeah, that's great. You got me into a deep thought right now. Even though I was going in as an adult, I definitely am a kid at heart. So going in for the first time and seeing the castle blew me away. Like my jaw was dropped. I did not think I was 25. I think that's how I would imagine being if I was a kid, seeing everything for the first time. And how it complements like the nostalgia is like, yeah, you'll see the characters and everything, and that's fantastic. But everything is so brand new. There's so many positive experience going throughout the park, being really inspired by the food, the pin collecting, the little details. It's so amazing. So in reference to being at this age, I didn't look at, I don't think I really looked at it as a kid, as an adult. I saw it as my, young self, just seeing how I have been immersed into this magical world was the most thrilling experience of my life. Like when it comes to like going to any type of park, like it doesn't nothing compares to going to Disney.
What would you say if someone came into your house and saw all of your pins, saw your Instagram, and said, "Why are you doing this? You're an adult."
Well, first off, I'll just flip my hair and just walk the other way. I really wouldn't care what they say because I'm gonna do me, just like everybody's doing them. If you love something, you love something. What would I do? I would listen to them. I would love to be. I'm a very empathetic person. I would like to know the reasoning on why they're judging me, and then I'll explain to them the reasons why I love Disney so much. And then by my passions of the parks and the pins and everything else, they'll probably turn into a pin collector themselves.
You'll convert them.
I will try my best.
Oh, wow.
Flipping the script on them.
Yeah, wow. Do you have pins that you would refuse to sell?
The nice word to use is being a collector, but I am definitely a hoarder when it comes to pins. So my I started off collecting random pins, and this is how it works, and this is how it escalates. So it goes into random pins, and then you start getting into what character or what movie you want to start collecting. So mine snowballed into Alice in Wonderland, and you cannot give me any amount of money for those pins. I absolutely love them. Like I love them. If you give me a moment, I could actually run upstairs and get you that backpack so you can see how it looks.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, the reveal. This is my main part of the collection, but it's not the full thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
They're just so fun.
Wow. That's a lot.
Thanks. Yeah, those are a lot. And that's not my whole collection. Not the rest of them have to stay at home. These are my favorites, though. So to answer your question, to be more in depth with it, some I would let go of, but this main collection, like these are my absolute favorite.
What does it do for you when you look at that?
Yeah. The first thing that comes to mind when I look at them, and I have to look at them right now so I can get that emotion out, right?
Yeah.
It's so cool, like seeing different scenes and how they kind of go into different themes. It just brings the biggest smile to my face. It just brings a lot of happiness out. It's crazy. There's one pin that I'm looking at right now, and it's that moment where Alice grows inside of that house, in the White Rabbit's house.
Yeah.
And that is that one right there.
Oh yeah.
And it's really cool because the flaps are interactive. So the curtain closes and it opens like it did in the movie.
Oh wow.
It brings me back to like just the obsession of it. I just cannot wait to get more. I can just stare at this. This could be the whole interview, is me staring at the pins.
That'd be silence. Pretty good. Oh, you love Dole Whip.
Ooh.
I've seeing your Instagram. You have all these pictures of you in Dole Whip. I love Dole Whip too. I went when I went the other week. I got Dole Whip. You have to get it.
You have to.
When you go, do you get it? Do you always get pineapple, or do you switch it up sometimes?
Switch it up, man. There's nothing wrong with the OG. I'm always down with the original Dole Whip. I love pineapple. Going into the parks, I like how they mix it in with different things. Second up on the list is the Peter Pan float. It's a lime Dole Whip. It is amazing. It's so tart and it's so sweet, like it would be with the pineapple, but it's that hit of lime. It's so refreshing, especially in a hot Florida day.
Michael, thank you so much for sharing the magic. This won't be the last time, so put a pin in it. Let's put a pin in it.
Let's put a pin in it. Cam, thank you so much for having me. Like when you asked me to come on, I was not expecting that. That's just so fun. Like I had such a great time with you, and I'm slowly but surely becoming a fan of your music as well. Everything has been so fantastic. Your vibes alone, and that jacket is just amazing. And thank you so much. I love it.
Well, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Where can my followers find you?
You could find me on Instagram at Hodgepodgedisney. On Spotify, I am Mike D, MICD, and I have one instrumental song called Better Days. It's a fun little lo-fi, uplifting song, no lyrics. Currently working on an album. When that time comes, I'm definitely going to be promoting it.
Please check it out. It's beautiful stuff, folks. Well, I'll talk to you later. I'll see you real soon.
Thanks, Cam. See ya.